And this video comes wait what? This video comes like 2 weeks after my last life update video, and I promise to be a little more consistent with this, but I'm not the best at this yet. I'll carry on with the series since there's been a lot of developments, interesting things going on in my life. We got white going on. Um, Apart from that, there's really nothing else that stands out. So I'll just, because this is very bold for me to wear, especially because of this, just because of my edges. But regardless, there's been a lot of interesting developments in my life, and I remember last time I was talking about majoring in philosophy and music. Well, that's gone out the window. I realized that the reason I wanted to major in philosophy was because I thought that philosophy could help me better write music and better see the world and become a better writer and songwriter. But as I recalled when I did philosophy in high school, I hated philosophy in high school. I tried reading Republic, Plato, Symposium. I tried reading some philosophers' work, famous philosophers. I was like, I don't like this. What do you mean I'm going to be analyzing this? And then I started looking at it from like a practical point of view. And it's not on me to save a dying major. It's not on me to save a dying area of study. It's not. Simply not. It's not. Then I also wanted to do anthropology, but anthropology is not as political as one may think. So, and I'm a very political person. Then I disregarded music because I don't play any. I can hold a tune, as you may have seen. If news travel faster than lightning and Through the Looking Glass have come out by the time this video is posted, songs on my own on this channel, then you'll see my keyboard ability and my ability with a piano as a whole. But generally speaking, I'm not Mozart. I'm I'm not a prodigy at instruments. The keyboard's the only one I play, and vaguely. I mean, I know the theory behind it. I know I can read sheet music, I can write sheet music, but apart from that, call me out. And people who study music, who get a BM or a BA in music, are people who are highly dedicated and who really want to understand the science behind it, the math behind. There's so much math behind music, and I simply cannot do music like that. Because for me, music, I like writing songs, and I like writing. I love writing. For me, the main focus of a song is its lyrical content. After that, you get its vocal arrangement. And after that, you get production. You get maybe this is, the harmonies and. See, I don't even know the terminology, and I read a whole book about it. So why am I gonna get a BM? And it's also gonna be very hard to transfer to other universities with a to a music program because I'm going to have to audition, and I'm not as good as other people when it comes to music. I'm the best writer, but I'm not a musician. Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Um, Also, so what are you gonna do now? I decided to go into international relations. Why? I know it's music. and then you jump straight into international relations. Well, the reason I wanted to, the reason I still want to be a singer and a famous songwriter and singer and tour the world is because I want to, first of all, change the lives of so many people, I want to touch people. And through my songs, through the looking glass, for, just because it's the song that you guys are going to be able to hear, I think, April 2nd, is a song that captures the essence of New York City and the effervescence of being lost in a moment in the haze, and that is a thing that only happens in New York. You can capture the essence of that city. News travel faster than lightning. Talks about Paris and how you can be so free in a European mindset. It takes some of that. If you've seen the movie Midnight in Paris with Rachel McAdams and Owen Wilson, he goes, "That's so French." At one point in the movie, that perspective so French, because you can be so free in Europe and then you come back to America and you realize everyone's so different here, so conservative. I have to give explanations that I never thought I have to give. I have to be someone that I never thought I have to be. In Europe, I could just be. And majoring in international relations, I think that I could. mm, It's not as far a jump as some people might think, because at my core, I'm an historian. If I were born, if I, well, if I wouldn't have been born in the 21st century, but instead, let's give it like one millennia in the past, I'd have been like Marco Polo or Christopher Columbus or Francisco Pizarro. I just would have been an adventurer and just. I love to draw maps just by hand. I would have been drawing maps as a cartographer. I love cartography. You can major in cartography. And geography is not the same as cartography. And I would love to do history, but history is apolitical in a sense. History is very, very apolitical in a sense. And politics is a thing that I don't like, but I have to like if I want to change the lives of people. And if I want to understand the world better, I have to move into politics in the sense that I admire, I controversial topic, the British royal family. I love, I've always looked up since I was little, looked up to them, envied them. I've always been jealous of them. I've always wanted to be them, be one of them. When it came to how they handle their diplomatic relationships, all of them are diplomats at their best. They are neutral, they are solid, they are peace oriented, yet they still manage to keep the British identity on lock. They are diplomats. I admire Princess Diana for her work as a diplomat. So the I even if I were to be the most famous singer in the world right now, I would still be finding ways to lean more into diplomacy and international affairs to sort of help relieve some of the situations in the world, because that's something that I want to do, something I'm interested in. In fact, right now, I'm working on, maybe I've written 10 articles and I'm scheduling for my blog, whole different story. But I'm also working on a paper that's called The Six Capitals of the World. If one city per continent were to be capital of that continent, which city would it be? What city would it be? And it's so hard because geography alone cannot guarantee anything in the terms that the main flaw with the one city per continent system model is that geography alone can be can lead to can be very controversial. Instead, if we divide it into regions, into ethno-political regions, then that would be better. Then that would be way better. Because I just did Asia. I moved on from Africa. I wrote my 10 pages in Africa. Now I wrote my 15 pages in Asia. And Asia is so big. How do you choose, for example, I chose Tokyo as the capital. Tokyo, fine, capital of Asia, but it does not represent the ideas in the Middle East. Tokyo fails to represent the Middle East, and Tokyo fails to represent South Asia. Or, for example, I'm thinking about the Americas. If I were to do North America, the obvious answer is New York. New York's the capital of North America. But South America, you got cities like Buenos Aires and Sao Paulo and Rio. But in reality, all of them are part of Latin America. And if it were to be counted as Latin America, then Mexico City would be the capital of Latin America, since it is the largest city in Latin America. But it doesn't count in South America because it's in North America, so it can be capital of that continent, even if it shares the same ethno-political leanings. Or Europe. See, Eastern Europe and Western Europe. If I choose Paris, how is Paris going to represent Eastern Europe? Like Belarus, Ukraine, Latvia, Estonia. How is Paris going to... And like that around the world, there are many, many regions like that. Many nuances. So I'm thinking of writing that down at the end of the paper. It thinks the main flaw in the system is that it fails to accurately find one city, and instead we propose the next method and then write a paper on that. What else? I'm feeling better now that I know what I want to do in international relations, want to learn languages, want to transfer out, um, diplomacy, and I still want to be a famous singer. Or, yes, famous singer is what I want to be, and writer. But one thing is not going to take away from the other. And if it does, I think I'll be fine with that. I think I will. I want to travel a lot more. I also want to start posting more original songs in this channel, because it's not because I don't post a lot of original stuff here. Anyway, I'll just take this off because it's like cutting off my circulation. And with that said, peace. No, but have a good day. God bless. Love you.